My name is Myra, and today I chose to discuss which American trait I believe the journal and speech of John Winthrop embody. Winthrop's writing include individualism and perseverance. Winthrop was a highly spiritual individual. He desired for his colony, Massachusetts Bay, to be a shining example of moral law to the world. His dream was challenged by Anne Hutchinson, who disagreed with a few of his major beliefs. John Winthrop demonstrated individualism by believing that individual actions were the greater good if everyone did individually what was morally correct and the community would be better off as a whole. Anne Hutchinson also believed that God could directly communicate with individuals um, through instead of just communicating through just the preacher. The Puritan Church came to the New World to escape persecution, so in a way they sought religious freedom. Winthrop was the most powerful man in England and did his best to help the Massachusetts Bay Colony to set an example to the world. Winthrop Journal 5. He overcame constant obstacles, but Anne Hutchinson, the woman whom he constantly battled with, started having teachings in her home. She was granted permission, but they soon realized that was a big mistake because she began challenging his sermons. While Puritans fled persecution, they themselves followed strict interpretations of the scripture. John believed in a strong doctrine and even had a theocratic government system, making it difficult for anyone to challenge their norms. Winthrop Journal 4. With her controversy, there was turmoil in the perfect colony. She went on to make her to buy land from the natives and make a new settlement. In that settlement, there was one rule. Well, there was one of the first few rules written was that they could have religious freedom as long as they didn't disturb anyone. I have shared with you why I believe John Winthrop's writing demonstrates individualism and perseverance. I was drawn to this text because of Anne Hutchinson. Hutchinson chose to critique the sermons of a major minister and teachings of the church separately in her own home, a practice John believed was inappropriate for women. Winthrop Journal 5. She refused to succumb to John Winthrop, so he banished her from his colony. I like how Anne Hutchinson challenged not only Winthrop, but all the men that had authority in the colony. Hutchinson vigorously defended herself using quotes from the Bible to deflect all of Winthrop's argument. Ash- Anne Hutchinson. While yes, she was banished from the colony, she and others made a new settlement and a rule in Portsmouth was that no one would be banished for their religious beliefs as long as they were lawful. This text made me think of the gender and race inequality that still persists centuries later. Being a woman and one of color and having taken sociology class, we see and even experience the first-hand inequality.